Hey prompt mate, in this video I'll show you how to use Genum and Make Orchestrator to turn incoming emails into structured data and determine the type of each email using AI. Let's dive in. Today we're going to create a prompt that processes an email, structures the content and categorizes the type of message. The first step is to go to the prompt list and click Create Prompt. I'll call this prompt Email Assistant. Before we start writing the logic, it's better to define a JSON schema so the outputs always come in a fixed format. To do this, I open Model Settings, change the response format to JSON schema, click Edit, and create the schema that matches our needs. In this schema, I've added 3 fields. The first one is Title, which will contain the subject of the email. The second is Description, a short summary of the content. And the third is Type, which will tell us if the email is spam or valid. With this setup, we already know that the assistant will always give us structured JSON that is easy to use in any workflow. Now let's move on to the actual prompt. I'll use the Generate Prompt feature because it helps create a clean and well-structured system prompt. I define that the assistant should extract structured data from the email and classify its type. After clicking Generate, I can see that the system takes into account the JSON schema we defined earlier, so I accept this changes. Next step is testing. I've prepared 2 example emails for this. For the first one, I paste the content, run the prompt, and check the result in last output. Since the response matches what I expect, I save it by clicking Save as Expected, and then I add it as a test case. I repeat the same process with the second email. Paste, run, save the result, and register it as another test case. Now that both test cases are saved, before running the tests, we switch the assertion mode from strict to AI, since we only need to validate matches in the type and subject fields. After applying AI assertion and writing the instruction, I run the tests to check stability. After seeing that our tests pass successfully, we go to the Versions tab and commit our changes. This step is important because it makes the prompt available through the API, and it also locks in a stable version. That way, if we make further changes later and something breaks, we can always roll back to this confirmed version. Now, we can integrate our assistant into Make. I already have a scenario prepared that takes the response from Genum and inserts it into columns in a Google Sheets table. So the only thing left is to insert our prompt ID and the email content into the payload. The prompt ID should be taken from the API tab in Genum. After that, we open the HTTP module and paste in our prompt ID and the prepared email content. Then we save the changes we made to the module. Now we can run the scenario to check if everything works as expected. The scenario has successfully completed. We can now switch to Google Sheets to verify how the data was processed. As we can see, the email was parsed and categorized correctly, just as expected. In this example, we've seen how to build a prompt in Genum that structures and categorizes emails, test it with sample cases, fix the stable version of our prompt, and integrate it directly into a Make scenario. This workflow ensures that even unstructured raw emails can be transformed into predictable, production-ready outputs that are easy to consume in downstream automation. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.